are we doing tonight? Hope you're all doing wonderful, wonderful, wherever you are. Thank you for visiting my channel again, and please do not forget to drop your likes, shares, and hit the subscribe button. Of course, just for those who are new, and do not repeat the click, since your support and contribution will help me and motivate me to create more inspiring video for you. You know, it takes time for me to create video. Since tonight I have time, so I'm going to make a motivational video for you. Always remember our tagline: be happy, joyful, and gratitude, no matter your condition today. Our topic for tonight is about no string of attachment, relationship, or love. You know, the notion of detached love derived from the Buddhist practice of unattachment, which is applied to any kinds of emotion, thought, feeling, experience, situation, material properties, people, or condition without getting addicted to it. It is different from attachment theory, which explains the psychological experience of how you learn to bond with others from infancy, and how that learning experience of attachment plays out in your relationship or marriages or partnership with other people. One example of the Buddhist concept of attachment. If you feel jealous, you can experience that feeling and allow it to pass through your experience. No biggie, no exaggeration. But if you are jealous and you allow it to run your emotional state of being, then you feel so bad and are triggered to take revenge by planning to take care of your partner, either by poisoning or silencing him or her. You can hire the uh, killer, the bloody killer, to uh, to take revenge on your partner. Maybe you are jealous since they cheat you with another party, third party. Therefore, do not give to third party or fourth party. That will bring nightmare or traumatic experience and with bloody murder. Yes or no? That's what we find in our society. So many people are overwhelmed by their jealousy, and then they get rid of their partner by murder. Planned murder, their punishment is the sentence must be longer. Lifetime imprisonment. Another example: say you have a beautiful dress that you favor highly, and one day your maid or helper get it burned while ironing. You are so mad, like a mad cow, and to fire your helper or assistant. You act as if your whole world has ended and refuse your happy offer to replace it with a new dress. You just want the one that has been burned. Burning inferno. So this is the example of being attached to things. This can go on with anything and everything and everyone that you can attach yourself to. It could be the identity of being a parent. You can become so attached to parenthood and your kids that your sense of self is dependent on your offspring. It could be the neighborhood you live in. Perhaps you grow up in a poor neighborhood and have attached to the identity of being poor or disadvantaged. Maybe you were abused or traumatized or abandoned when you were still a child and have attached to the identity or the traumatic experience as well. This traumatic experience has haunted you and has been so attached to your decision making in picking up your life partner. Your mindset is fixated to the idea that you cannot trust your partner since one day they are going to abandon you. That's why you start to set control over them by manipulating them. This is a big no way since it is love sabotage. If you do not believe, just apply your rule and then practice it and then see what happens. Your spouse will leave you. Whatever it is, what is the most important is to remember that your attachment are not your dead failures. This can be the reason, this cannot be the reason for self-criticism or self-vindictiveness. It is entirely human nature and life learning process, and you need to strive to do self-improvement if you want to have change or success in your relationship. Do not attach. You are also attached in some way to something for better or worse and for a lesson for self-betterment. So just relax and start from now. Learn to practice non-attachment concept in love, relationship, and partnership with your partner and other people. This is for your own good and success, not for me, of course. I'm just giving you clue. When you become attached in love, you begin to create dependency, either your identity, mental, emotional state to your partner pattern, with the excuse just for the sake of the relationship and or your relationship status, but it is in fact it is driven by your sense of insecurity. If you are attached to your partner, then you likely need them to behave, look, act in a certain way to cope with your sense of insecurity. That if not, you will lose grip or control over them. Being in such kind of relationship confines you and your partner in a lifetime prison. Giving excuse for love relationship success. This is just nonsense. This is for your own insecurity. Therefore, your worth and your happiness is dependent on your partner, since you are indeed void of self-love, acting and operating from the point that their love will make your cup full, while actually you have your job to fulfill or to fill your cup. before you partner up with someone or your beloved one. If not, there will be the target of your enslavement. This is modern kind of enslavement. That's why many men outside there are so afraid to partner up or to tie the knot. They are fearful of being imprisoned by the nagger or that clinger. For example, if you are attached to your partner contribution to feed and finance your expenditure, you will try to control their income, their spending, their extra allowances, where they spend their extra earning, etc., etc. And the list will go on to Paris, to Paris, not Paris Hilton. She will be mad listening to her name being mentioned here. I'm sorry, do not mean to belittle you. You might go on checking their bank account, stalking their cell phone, text messages, checking on their hotel bills, their credit card, etc., just to justify your suspicion. There are control freaks outside there that go far length to text their spouse friends in their phone book due to their attachment issues, just to find out whether he has any affair with one of the phone list. This is mad woman. Control freak. Very nasty freak. This brings shameful to their spouse, of course. Any man who wants to stay with this kind of wife, or you are a handbag, staying just for the sake of your status symbol. Ooh. Even me will say that you are a really handbag, or you are a desperate man that are so afraid of being lonely. Also, phone the workplace or call the workplace or the boss just to detect his spouse whereabouts. Ooh, very shameful. This is against the human right, man's right, or husband's right. This is pretty crazy and shameful. No matter what side of this attachment you are on, you can see that it is shallow and ultimately unkind to your partner. Do not smear their image or their reputation by your ignorant behavior, clingy and desperate and nagging. Angry duck spouse or angry duck wife behavior. This is love sabotage, since your attachment to money has entails in a control freak in your partnership. This kind of relationship is sure unhealthy and toxic and will not last. Your marriage will be broken or end in divorce, and then you will be a divorcee, and then try to trap another man into your entrapment, to your prison, and then you start acting the same. Only the karmic man will find their fate in your hand, falling for you, your madness. uh, if you are feeling attached in a relationship and your partner hasn't texted you back or called to check you, you may take it personally as a kind of ignorance or suspect of him having affair with another third party. You treat them as your life prisoner who has no freedom of choice. But if you hand them an ultimatum, insist that they must report to you every second about their whereabouts, and act as police for them, this is not love, but this is about dictatorship. That is control or authoritarian. Sorry, authoritarian. Like nowadays, you are confined in home, so you have to imprison or being in quarantine. You even do not like this status or being in such kind of condition. Agree or disagree? If you disagree, get out before I kick you out. What you can do instead of to reintrospect and find out the reason behind your need for nagging and begging for your spouse attention. Is there something lying beneath your possessiveness? Maybe you need to feel more loved or cared for. You can attend this need by giving yourself love, care, and attention. Apply me time and find more activities with your friends. Your female friends, of course, not your male friends, or you are flirting around. By doing this, you can detach and give space to each other to create the feeling of longing and missing for each other. Agree or disagree? This is the advice for married couple. So you are not being a nagger. With all of that is said above, it is certainly healthy and within your right, and definitely not a sign of attachment to set boundaries and to only accept treatment that is kind and respectful for both partner, of course. By trying to shape someone to fulfill your will, to give the reason to make the relationship work, is not love but is a control or manipulation tactic. Detached love is deep, healthy, powerful, and abiding or infinite, lasting forever and ever. You will accept the person as a whole individual with their perfect and imperfection and accept them as they are. It doesn't ask them to dress better or curse less or quit smoking. Detached love is loving the other exactly as he or she is, while realizing that at any given time the nature of relationship could change. The beloved doesn't belong to the other one, or I mean the other partner, as an object. The lovers choose each other at each moment, again and again. Each day that they are together, they wake up and choose each other still until infinity. Depends on how you strive to make the relationship progress with your loving, caring nature, not with fakeness and hypocrisy, of course. So, if you want your spouse to stay forever, you have to work to make the relationship progress, not stagnant and boring and boredom. It takes patience. If both partner can spice up the relationship like a burning inferno, of course he won't cheat on your behalf, since he will love you like no other. If you love your partner, or you can just use them as money machine to provide for your expenditure, spending free instead of loving your partner unconditionally. This is a fake love. You are faking your love. You insist on staying in such kind of toxic relationship for the sake of your status symbol. For men, this is not healthy, but this is toxic. So never stay in a relationship where your spouse is enslave you to provide them for money and money and money. This is not the relationship that's supposed to be healthy and strong. So never stay in such kind of relationship if your wife confines you as a money making machine, or they just want you to provide them for financial, while they control every things that you spend outside there. Do not be a fool. Do not be a moron. Dumb the dumbest to partner up with just kinds of control freak. Or you are so afraid that you won't have another partner, so you stay and provide them financially, tolerating their materialistic and hedonism behavior. You are a handpicked husband. You act as a martyr to work hard, even to do the dirty business or dirty illegal business, just to collect money and more money to feed the gold digger desire for money and for living luxury. Living like a princess, while in fact you need to send them to work hard to earn their own money, not just fulfilling their desire for money by using you as a cow. You be their milk cow. They suck you out of your milk. Being attached in a relationship is so normalized in our culture that I guess many of you have experienced more than one of the above issues. And when it happened, or it is happening now, You just accept it as a normal and healthy expression of loving and caring. This is a no, 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 no go and no touch. Truth is, this kind of attachment is not only unhealthy, but it is actually harmful for your emotional and physical and mental state of being. It erodes relationships, prevents true intimacy, and threatens autonomy and a sense of self identity. So, who wants to be in a relationship or partnership while losing your own identity, working hard like a prisoner, like a slave, just to provide money for your spouse so they can live in luxury while they take you for granted? They do not care about your well being. I mean, your physical healthness. It creates relationships where partners make choices from a place of fear, the fear of being alone, instead of being together, because they love each other without any kind of profit taking or expectation. So you have to set boundaries and say no whenever it is necessary. Do not just fulfill their desire by being nice, and it backfires on your state of emotion and your state of wellness. When you are attached to your partner, you will approach them from a place of needy and clinginess instead of a place of love and openness. Detached love embraces total trust and uncertainty. It embraces the fact that the only thing you know for sure is that everything is going to change one day, but you make the best of the moment of togetherness. It embraces and chooses to be open and vulnerable. Detached love is the most courageous yet brave act in loving your partner. Being vulnerable here, I mean, you do not use mask. You can speak from the heart, from the soul, without hiding or cheating or deceiving your partner. I've seen so many couples, they are using camouflage, they are using facade, they are hiding so many secrets, so many secret affairs. They are giving to two, giving to three. This is a big betrayal. You are a evil person if you are giving to two in a relationship. Therefore, before partner up, make up your mind. Be the right one so you won't fall trap into the trap of the devil and dancing with the devil. You know, only narcissism and codependency, they stick together even though they fight like Tom and Jerry every day and every seconds. But they still stay together dancing with the devil, since the narcissist and the codependency, they are the same broken pieces. It is like the broken glasses. If you put together, the pieces fit to each other, but they are already broken, so they cannot function accordingly. They cannot perform accordingly. They just stay together for the sake of performance of the image of the status. So to prove to their friends who force them to be in a relationship while actually they do not want and it is not time for them to be in partnership. They are not yet ready, but they follow the advice of the fool, the moron, to partner up, and then they just uh, rush in, find the desperate who fake up, the shapeshifter who at the beginning just perform like a princess, like a high priest, while actually they are evil. They are the dark soul of the night. They reincarnate as a karmic, while they camouflage as the high priest, as the twin flame, and then you partner up, and then they will suck you out of your blood until you learn the lesson. I tell you, if you are in such kind of toxic relationship, better you get out, leave the relationship, since you are creating karmic debt after karmic debt, cycle after cycle. You will be deep in the karmic debt. So just say sayonara. I don't need you anymore. I've learned my lesson and I want to stay in a healthy relationship with my twin flame or my soul flame. You are just a karmic. The stupid guys always getting drunk together. They think that partnership is just having same hobbies like drinking together, gambling together, outing together, partying together. That is not lasting. Yes, for a short term it is just for fun, but for the long term you will fight like Armageddon, like the war in Ukraine. Never ending conflict. You will be in combat zone after combat zone without winner or loser. Better run away blues. Listen to my motivation and then say sayonara or goodbye and then start your healing, and then one day you will find your real twin flame rather than spending uh, your whole time drunken with the devil. You can be in a long-term, committed, and monogamous relationship and practice detached love. Detached love doesn't mean you do not want to be deeply connected for a long time. It means that while you are connected, you choose to allow the beloved to fully be themselves without expectation about the outcome of your relationship. Yet it signifies healthy, supportive, trusting, setting healthy boundaries, respectful, deep caring behavior. Detached love is loving without condition. So I call it unconditional love. Is detached love. Here are some tips to help you navigate your attachment and ultimately practice detached love. Love yourself first. Loving without attachment will ask you to address all your insecurities and to learn to love and accept yourself as you are the right, learning to be the right one, not looking for the right one. This is a work in progress for most of us, and that is totally okay. Just remember that self compassion and acceptance are key, and return to the practice of loving yourself again and again if you fail. So, if you cannot, you still feel insecure, practice to love yourself, to embrace uh, your strong characters and your weakness. Since we are all imperfect beings, just having temporary experience here, learning by doing, learning by practicing. Agree? If you disagree, get out. Identify your attachment triggers. What behaviors in a partner cause you to feel clingy, needy, jealous, possessive, or controlling? Notice when any of these feelings come up and be curious about it. Ask yourself, am I feeling this way because an old pain is triggered? Or has my partner behaved in a way that truly threatens our relationship? Be dishonest or unreliable. Either he is dishonest or unreliable, that triggers you to be so attached and clingy and breaky. If it is an old pain, then you have identified an attachment trigger. Next time it gets tripped, stop and notice before reacting. Take a deep breath. Take your time out. Take your space. Give him space. Explore the feeling. What is connected to? Feel it as much as you can, but then let it go. Let it go. And then live by the flow like me, always floating. Reconfirm reality, which is different from what the trigger is telling you. Let your partner in. Talk to your partner about detached love. Do they share this way of laughing? Or does it sound like a bad romance novel? I've known people who found this kind of love is threatening and the opposite of how they imagine about romance, romancing the stone or romancing the moon. Also share your insecurities and triggers and how you are working on them. A lifetime is a reasonable time frame for learning how to love unconditionally. When it comes to love, many of us are learning and unlearning at the same time. It takes a lot of trial and error and a willingness to admit when you are wrong. And then the desire and the skill to learn to do better. Be kind and patient with yourself. There are guys that are so stubborn and headstrong. They create mistake, give tutu, but they come back pretending still play mind game, not direct apology. I mean, give direct apology to their dating partner, but they go around the bush beating around the bush, just sending text message that has no correlation to the main issue, pretending nothing happens. Then you will grow old alone, getting back to your old pattern, getting trapped with the lower kind of female outside there who also play mind games since they need your money. But for the strong women, amazing women, they will never tolerate such kind of behavior, such low kind of behavior of men who cannot say sorry, I'm sorry, and then speak directly. What is your intention of coming back, turning and returning, cycling and recycling? Be direct. Speak up your mind. What is your main intention? Are you going to change or are you remaining the same one? Never change. Giving to two, giving to three, playing mind games, beating around the bush. What kind of guy are you? I've seen so many around me every day, every minute. There are many type of player like that. For female, for strong woman, they never hook up with such kind of guy. So learn your lesson, love yourself, and then raise your consciousness, abandon your bad habit, and then learn to be better guy. So you can connect to same kind of energy, not returning to your doomsday, hooking up with the lower desperate shapeshifter, the fiction female who are selling their flesh for your money. So if you run out of money, they will sell their flesh to another guy who are richer than you. Get you, bad boy. Keep a journal of your feelings. This is a great way to track and begin to understand what sets you off, what feels really good. Start by making a list of what you feel attached to and reflect on each one. Bear in mind that love is the greatest gift from God. But before you partner up, practice to fill your cup of love first. Feel love, share love, care for love, respect love, and trust love, of course. Never chase or look for love, but vibrate in the energy of loving kindness, genuinity, aka purity. Be yourself instead of pretending to be someone else. Be the right person instead of looking for the right one. You will never get the right one until you vibrate in the right energy. Means if you still bring your old baggage, you will fall trapped into the same pattern with the same kind of karmic partner. Be the right person instead of looking for the right one. I emphasize and repeat it so you get it. This is very prior since in our society, most women and men, they are looking for the right one. This is a program from our ancestor, which is entirely the opposite of having a success relationship. You are looking, not being or floating like me. Respect yourself and respect others. Trust that deep love derives from loving unconditionally without any expectation or desire or wants. Never compete, but always be supportive to your partner. Since partnership is not a competition, but more of giving freedom to each other to do their own mission. Since we are here having a contract mission, so never confine or prevent your partner for carry out his divine mission. Only just force him to provide you for material property. That is a big no. You are enslave him or her. It is not love, but it is a codependent. You are dependent on your partner or your husband to provide you financially. So you are afraid to lose your convenience. Therefore, you won't allow him to do his divine mission. This is if there is a man who partner up with this kind of female who never allow him to do his mission, he's the dumb of the dumbest, the moron. So if you speak to me that your partner won't allow you to do your mission, you are so embarrassing, so shameful. How come you are such a handpacked hubby? Not always mean that you have to be together. You can do your own. And then she can do her own. But remember, couples doesn't need to dim his or her light to allow his partner or her partner light to shine. You can shine brightly, and both of you can be the light for each other. And then you both can shine brightly to be the light beam for the rest of the world. That is partnership. That is divine partnership. That is strong, healthy marriage. So if you are talking about people, couple, married couple, but they are just working day in and day out, fighting for money, this is the lowest kind of partnership. The highest kind of partnership, both partners not demanding each other to provide for financial, but they are working together for the sake of helping other people, not demanding for wealth, demanding for luxury, not demanding for tour holidays in Bahama Island, in Hawaii. That is not the highest kind of partnership, but that is the lowest kind of partnership. Mediocre, average, extraordinary is rare, but that is the one that I want. That is the kind of relationship that is last to infinite, but until your game time, you will never regret, since you have done your mission here. You have done your impossible mission to be possible. That is thumbs up for that kind of couple, not couple that enslave each other for the money matter, and then not allowing their partner to carry out the humanitarian purpose. Just at the beginning, pretending to post everything that she is a high priest. She is an angel. She cares about humanity. After partner art, she just provide for her kind of interest. She just fit up her own desire and need. That is a SHIT kind of partnership. Sorry using that bad word, but this is uh, I'm forced to use that word since I am fed up with women who fake up. They are shapeshifter. They are just fiction, pretending to be nice, to be angel. After you grow up, they will, and then you sit in the wheelchair. They will kick your wheelchair down to the mountain, to the ocean, and then let you die alone, and take your money, and then they will find another greener grass partner outside. Karmic partner has their task to entrap men. Only foolish men fall trap uh, to their trick or to their entrapment. Uh, if you say that, look, there is a famous figure outside there, just leave his marriage and then partner up with a young lady. Yes, how long will it last? Marriage is not last just for 1 or 2 years. After he reaches 70, she will dump him for another guy. Bye-bye. Get you, fool. So practice detached love instead of attached love. Detached love sounds weird, but this is the best kind of love that lasting forever, that will bring you peace, 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 and bliss. Not quarrel, fighting, war, conflict, and then nightmare after nightmare. Okay, it is enough for today. I'm going to do my housework, so I will leave it here and then see you next time. I hope everyone take this lesson and then think mindfully, practice it, and then you will be success in your relationship, not having just mediocre relationship or average relationship. We all want an extraordinary relationship, yes or no? For me, yes, yes, yes. See you. Bye bye. Sending you lots of love and light.